She's active on social media right now, and she's sharing her journey of something she's going through. And I thought, what better way to find out more about it and get more information on it, but from a person who is going through it. So please make some noise for Nell Omar, y'all! Woo! What up, what up, what up? See there. Whoa. Don't be shy.
Oh, hi, chicken.
Hello. The chicken's name is Richard. Yes, Richard Benedict. It's Dutch. How you? Okay, let's start with everybody's going like, what's she here? What she's going through? She is battling cancer, right? And I'm going to be very blunt, and I'm going to be very honest. And I'm not going to do what a lot of people do as soon as you bring up the word cancer, which is start walking on eggshells because cat don't know what will hurt and all that. So I'm just going to talk bluntly. If at any point you feel uncomfortable with what I'm saying, or you believe that, nah, I don't want to answer that, just say it.
No worries.
All right?
Yep.
So we got the ground rules down. Let's ask the start.
Okay.
When did you find out?
Well, I'm 36 right now, so the first time I was diagnosed with cancer was when I was 34. So right now I am a 2-time award-winning champion for cancer, still fighting, and hopefully that will be done with the treatment soon.
Do you understand why I love this person? Because she's just
Emoji.
frankly talking. Okay, so when you say 2 times, it was breast cancer.
Breast cancer. So when I was 34, I was diagnosed on my left breast, stage 3. And when I got my second one, because I went through the treatment like about a year, and then after that I was clear from cancer for 6 months, and I got diagnosed again on my right, stage 3 as well.
So how do you find out?
How do I find out? Okay, so long story cut short, I have a lump which I had since I was in school, but I thought it was nothing. And then
Since you were in school?
Yeah, because for women, I thought that it would probably be like a gland that, like, you know, when I have my period, and then, like, you know, it will just be swollen and whatnot.
Right.
But then after that, you know, I dismiss it, and being human and being human, you don't want to acknowledge what you are scared about. So as I grow older in life, the lump became bigger, and then my breast started to be swollen hard. And then there was one time that I went for a massage, and the masseuse was actually massaging my breast. So there was actually white, like clear liquid coming out from my nipple. So that's actually cancer number 1 in terms of symptoms.
Right.
And then one day I went running, and then after that I had like pains shooting through my arms, and then realized that, okay, I need to now see the doctor. So when I saw the doctor, I remember I went for an ultrasound. So the guy was like, this lady doctor, she was like, this is not good. I was like, okay. So then after that, I went through with other tests on the same day. And when the doctor, the second doctor, who was my breast surgeon, he was like, this does not look good now. So when he gave me the results, I was laughing.
Okay.
The reason why I was laughing is because of like, wow, this thing is actually happening to me. Because some people, they have different type of, you know, coping. My coping mechanism is just laugh at myself.
Right.
Yeah.
And you went like, yeah, I should have, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, because I got the result right after I did my test. So
Right.
I was in pain.
Right.
So the laughter became more because the doctor prescribed me with
Oh,
opium. So
Oh, so it's the okay. So all right, now then you went through the first one was a mastectomy. Did I say that right?
mastectomy.
Mastectomy.
Yep.
So, and here's one thing: go follow her Instagram, and you see how open and chill she is. Because when she went for her first mastectomy, she was wearing a bikini, but she covered what need to be covered, which is one side, and you got hate for that.
Yeah, because like, I mean, living in the culture we are in, right?
Yeah.
And being Malaysians or whatnot, we all like to membawang, or we would like
Of
to
course.
just keyboard warrior about anything.
Oh, sorry, chicken. Yes.
Thank God I don't have a heart.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they were saying that, I mean, I know I'm a Muslim, and I'm very grateful that God has given me a second chance at life.
Right.
So the people who actually after me was saying that God has given you another life. Why are you doing this? You should be covering up yourself.
Oh.
But that picture meant to other women to empower them that do not be afraid or do not feel demotivated that you've lost an intimate part of your body.
So the thing that people got angry about is because you wore a bikini.
Yeah.
Isn't there better things in life than that you can anyway?
Well, yes.
Yeah. Now, here's a question that a lot of people don't dare to ask someone who's going through cancer. What's it like? And what kind of treatments have you gone for since now you're a double mastectomy? I can't say the word.
Double mastectomy.
Thank you
Just
very
remember,
much.
I'm sorry if you're gonna filter me this like mastectomy. Yeah, so
Mastectomy.
mastectomy.
Oh.
Yeah. Wordplay. So
Nice. Thank you. No. So mastectomy. All right.
Yeah.
So you went for the, but after that, then what? How long since the last operation, and now what have you been through and all that?
Okay, so when I was first diagnosed, which was when I was 32 years ago,
Yeah.
my doctor was saying to me like, hey, you should take a break, accept things, and then in 2-3 weeks time, let's do a mastectomy for the first one. Then after that, I felt really okay because actually it was really painful.
Yeah.
And then I went, the first cancer, I went through 16 rounds of chemo, 15 rounds of radio. And I'm still here and I'm still, I'm still okay.
Okay.
It wasn't that painful as the second cancer.
Right.
The second cancer, I actually did my second mastectomy last February. And I look like as if like I
Last February, as in recently, like a few months back.
Yeah, 2 months plus ago. So since then, I've just completed 6 rounds of chemo, but it's been heavier because the first round cancer, the chemo is still not out from my body.
Right.
My body
it takes
is
a while.
Yeah, my body is still going through so much trauma.
And then you have radiation.
Radiotherapy.
What is that?
So it's just a contraction going on in your body and then emitting rays to targeted areas to kill off the remaining cells. So that usually happens after chemo.
Okay.
In some cases, it will fall between chemo treatment, but for me, it has been after. So I'm actually going through radiotherapy right now.
Right.
That's why I'm still, Botox and whatnot.
Botox and Harmony.
What? So lame.
That,
Anyway.
that's the one I used when I was growing up last time. Botox and Harmony, y'all. For anyone young, it's a rap group, long time. Botox and Harmony.
Our generation, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I completed 6 rounds, but the first 3 chemo I went through, I was only on one type of drug.
Okay.
And then after that, because I didn't have my mastectomy at that time, because I
Right.
thought that, okay, give it hope, maybe I can save. But I know it's funny to just save one boob and then not have it. Anyway, when we finished the third chemo and we went for a scan, it seems that when they first diagnosed, they saw it as 2 to 3 centimeter, the biggest diameter.
Right.
Post mastectomy, it actually went through 8 centimeter, the biggest diameter.
Oh.
And 8 centimeter, and I had like another 5-6 growth, which was under my breast, and I just had to remove it. But another thing also, I had like my chest
Lymph
node was
nodes.
infected,
Okay.
and my lymph node as well.
Yep.
So both side of my
Nodes.
had to be removed.
Right.
So yeah, and then like you were saying that how the things that I post on Instagram, right? Not only the bikini picture. I think the other day I was just because people have started to like, hey, share their story. Hey, I'm scared. What should I do? I always tell them, please do not delay. Go see the doctor. And usually, what I'll send them is a picture of my mastectomy breast. It looks like a burger patty with my thing on top. To just make sure to tell them,
It's
you want
just-
this to happen to you.
Yeah.
If you don't want to, go now.
Right. So as soon as you feel something, okay, you've seen videos of people saying, "Oh, do your own self-check and stuff like that." What does it feel like?
I think everyone
What does it feel like?
to touch yourself.
No, when you touch yourself and you notice the lump. How do you explain the lump? If you can explain it in words, where someone says just check, but someone don't know what to check for.
I
What
guess
you can explain? How can you explain the lump?
I guess because what they would say is anything which is abnormal. But
Right.
to me, it's because for me the lump
The
was
first one
apparent.
was, yeah.
The second time I didn't know.
All right.
It was just by luck that I went for a routine check. But anyway, at that time I felt that my lungs kept on feeling like it's collapsing, and
Right.
I feel like my chest is always like closing.
Right.
So and then I told my doctor, and she actually pushed the scan up forward, and I found out. But in terms of what to find out, in terms of as long as you feel, because we know our own body.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Fair enough.
if you feel like something is wrong, yeah.
Go check it out. Don't
So
panic
sorry.
too much. Tak apa. Oh, I thought it was mine. Then I realized
it
mine
wasn't
is
me.
the camera. But it's okay. So now you've gone through it. There's two reactions to news like that. Someone who accepts it because it's mortality you're talking about here, and of all the information we've got of cancer, it freaks the crap out of people. Now, when someone is faced with mortality, you either go down a path of gloom and doom, or live your life. Right? I've seen both.
Yeah.
You pick live your life. What helped you to get to that decision?
Well, I mean, I think I would speak for most of the warriors and survivors. Once you get diagnosed with cancer, right, your perspective towards life change. You feel like the things that you usually do routine basis, it's not important anymore. You just want to do something that makes you happy all the time, and the things which fuels your desire to be happy, right, it's really like total left field.
Right.
Yeah, like for now, I'm doing things which I didn't expect for me to do back then, but now I'm like totally different. I'm more outspoken. I used to have very low self-esteem.
Right.
The things that I used to do before, I wouldn't be able to do it
now.
Yeah, but now I'm just like, you know what, I really don't care. I just want to just be.
But that being said, you going through chemo and radiotherapy and all that, it does take a toll on your body. What kind of toll?
What kind of toll?
I remember I was talking to her just now, and she says, "Oh, sorry, chemo brain," and people don't get it. People don't get what chemo brain is. What's that?
Okay, layman term, it's kind of like pregnancy brain, where you keep on forgetting about stuff. You know, sometimes you just talk and then suddenly like
lose a train of thought.
You lose a train of thought. It also happens to me when I'm driving and I cannot actually process the road. Like, hey, I'm supposed to turn right, but that doesn't. I don't seem to know whether it's a road or not. It just happened to me a few days ago. And the effect of chemo and radio right now, because Mama has been telling me, you are becoming like me, you're nyanyuk already, because I keep on forgetting stuff.
Right.
And
which is also a good excuse for in case you don't want to remember something, like, sorry, I forgot it. Then run away, kan?
But honestly, it gets really frustrating.
Right.
And like I was telling a friend that I just met, the reason why I okay, a lot of people think that maybe I'm an Insta whore. I do social media updates so much.
I follow it. It's fun.
But the reason why I do it is because I know sometimes I forget things, so I look back at my stories.
Oh, it's like the movie Memento. If you remember Memento, it's like, okay, for the old people, for the young people, go Google Memento, and then you understand the story. I don't want to explain it. It's just malas. It's too lazy to explain. Now, let's talk to people who are afraid of the truth. Maybe they found something and they're going, and you just told them, go check it out. All right. Explain the processes, just in case they're like
the whatnot. Okay, it depends on where you find it. I mean, it's not just about breast cancer.
Yep.
You feel
any cancer.
Any cancer, just go to a specialist or go to any. If you can't afford it, go to
your GP.
Your GP, National Cancer Society, because they always help people.
Yeah.
I love them. But anyway, and yeah, just go check. For me, the first thing I did was I went to a breast surgeon.
Right.
Yeah, and then from the breast surgeon, once I've done everything, and if you know, touch wood for anyone else, if you get diagnosed with cancer, then they will refer you to the onco.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much simple.
And here's the thing: in Malaysia, actually, our healthcare actually takes care of people. If you go to the general hospitals and stuff like that, so cancer is one of the things that is actually quite cheap in Malaysia if it's in GM pula, general hospitals and stuff like that. So if you are worried that you don't have the finances for it, go to the general hospital and check it out, and don't delay. Now, let's talk about you.
Oh.
All right, let's talk about you.
Is this a date?
No, it's not a date. It's not a date. My wife will kill me. No, but here's the thing. In your pictures, you go. I saw her picture. Okay. She was wearing a zebra suit.
Onesie.
A onesie or what? Zebra.
Zebra onesie.
For when she went for chemo.
My last chemo. So the reason why.
Didn't anyone think you're crazy, or why are you doing it? Is it for fame? I know some people are going to think that, so I'm just going to ask the question.
Okay, one reason before I tell how the expression of people at the hospital were, why I wore the onesie was because I was in a depression state of mind, and the type of person I am is that if I want to be happy, the way that I want to make myself happy is to make other people who matters happy.
Yep.
So I was like, hey, how do I find one onesie? And then a friend has one. I wore it. And I went to the hospital, and my theory was right. Everyone in the hospital was just smiling, taking pictures, and you can see the old people who are like botak and sick and whatnot, and they light up.
Yeah.
So that is priceless to me, and it made me so happy.
It's what Patch Adams, you remember?
Yeah.
He prescribes treating the human, not the disease, and
Yep.
I think what you do is great. But do you have more chemo to go for?
I'm done with chemo for now. I have another 13 more radiotherapy sessions to go for.
Are you going to dress up? Sorry, I mean like, hey.
Oh, so anyway, for my last radiotherapy, I'm thinking of if anyone has, I'm still looking. Those inflatable dinosaur with the short hands.
The T-Rex one?
Yeah, the T-Rex one. I'm thinking of using that to my last radiotherapy. And
so
I'm
you're looking for, anybody got that to rent it out? Please look for Nell Omar. It's Nell
Nicorn.
Nell Nicorn on Instagram. And your T-Rex outfit, please rent it out because she wants to wear it and just go help out. Now, the next question is, people surrounding people who have cancer. Sometimes they don't know how to react, sometimes they don't know how to help, sometimes they feel very hopeless. All right? How can they help you, and how can they help themselves?
Well, this is what I realized after talking to so many people, because I've been making a lot of Insta friends because they've been sharing their story.
Yep.
What I realized is that when it comes to the cancer warrior supporters, okay, they always tell the cancer patient, you need to be strong, you need to be strong. Actually, we cancer people, we know what we're doing. We're trying to live life. We are trying to be as strong as we can.
Yep.
But actually, the person who needs to prepare is the cancer supporter. Because if that cancer supporter breaks down, automatically the cancer patient will take that energy as well.
Right.
So the cancer supporters needs to be very, very well prepared and strong and very, very well informed so that they would know what to do. I mean, like, I know everyone, okay, like for example, a lot of people, I really do appreciate like when they say, Nell, be strong, Nell, strength, courage and whatnot. Because honestly, at the end of the day, people who do not have the experience to handle this kind of things, right? They don't know what to say.
Of course, they sometimes chuak and run away.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, sometimes I have a support group, and then we always make fun of it. When
I know.
We're so bored when people tell us that, like, be positive, strong. That one is the most cliche word, but no.
Right.
But the thing is, we appreciate.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like I said, the cancer supporters, they need to be very, very strong.
All right. Before I let you go, I want to talk with you more and more and more. What baju is that?
Well, when I was first diagnosed with cancer, me and my good friend, we actually started a company called the Godmothers. So the Godmothers, why we came up with that name is because that we want to help other people and want to take care of them. So that company is solely where we actually printed t-shirts where this is my ex-colleague actually drew this portrait of me and it says screw cancer. Actually, it says another word. For commercial purposes, we need
screw.
to change to
Faham.
change to screw.
It's like censorship board sendiri, but
Yes.
bagus.
So from the funds that we managed to get by selling the t-shirt, we actually channel it to National Cancer Society.
Are you still doing it?
It's on a hiatus for a while because I've been like sick.
So you're doing it yourself?
Yeah.
Hello, any guys making t-shirts or any Malaysian t-shirt brands or stuff like that? Hey, help out! Sorry, how's that?
Thank you.
Welcome. You didn't have to say it. I'm like, I mean, come on, help a sister out. What's wrong with you? Okay, you know what? Once again, if anyone wants to follow Nell, Instagram, anyone wants to follow Nell and judge her, you can go fuck off. But if you want to go there and see how people live their life and be inspired by someone who's, I say this, freaking positive, going through a very tough situation, please follow her. It's NELLNICORN.
Just remember Nell Unicorn, Nell Nicorn.
Just kill the U. Just get rid of the U. Now, uni, the U got con. I'm making it more complicated. I messed up, right? Yes. Yeah. I'll put up the link, lah. Okay. I'll just put up the link under it. That's easier. But Nell, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Take care of yourself. I know you recently bergangster and hurt yourself, but give it up for Nell, y'all!